talent that he's got. So let's see how he positions him. Let's see how Valde does in this roster. At one point was considered to be one of the next big stars coming out of Denmark, and a lot of his career has been relegated to a bit more of a role player, but it'd be great to see him on ENCE just go nuts. Here he is pushing into upper dark, finding a timing as Body just shifts down the stairs and gives up the angle right as Valde makes his move. 3 players in lower dark. Heat headed towards middle. Dycha out in the open, overexposed. No chance of getting away, but he's still going to deliver a 1-for-1.
Yeah, sticks to the fight. Didn't want to back off on that. Was pretty much committed. Nearly found the second headshot. The USPs, though, but watch Valde taking advantage of the fact that 3 players were spotted in middle, still alive after the first kill. So that's 4 in total. He's managed to get Afro with the back of that beautiful haircut still showing. But JACKZ is able to slide back out and take him down in the tunnels immediately after Snappy goes out A, though. So the continued aggression from ENCE to start off the map. Unfortunately, they've given up the B bomb site, but they're quickly surrounding it. No kits, tough one to retake, but they've got the man advantage to try and do so.
Let's see what they got. Body, he turns, he grabs a headshot. There's maden, he falls as well. And it's SunPayus, the new addition, left in the 1v1. He's going to slow play it. He's going to give it a little bit of time, a little bit of breathing room.
Djoko did exactly what he had to do, not only winning exchanges, but peeked window before supporting his teammate. Gave the information that Body was safe, not to worry about the door. They could focus on the tunnels. He gets the kill on SunPayus, and it's the first round to HEET.
Yeah, that's spicy. Nice little quad kill from Body, coming out of nowhere. Beautiful stuff from him. 1-0 for HEET. I thought for sure Dio was going to go down. He got caught out in the open in that mid-fight. An impressive 1-for-1, but it all goes to naught. Even Valde, this felt like it was in ENCE's control for a moment. Now, this is going to be kind of an interesting point as well, as we know with all these different rosters, all these different international rosters coming together. We heard SunPayus say that his English, not really too much of an issue, just had to learn some new names for spots. That's obviously going to play into effect, especially not only new spots, but in the crunch moments. As we all know, that's when the communication kind of lapses. But interestingly enough as well, Snappy mentioned in the interview, talked to maden about it, believes SunPayus is someone who can just take control and be a secondary caller. And for the moment, it's Snappy landing pop shots with the scout out towards long. A pair of kills for him and ends in a 4-on-2.
Massive, right? Win the pistol, lose subsequent anti-eco. Pretty straightforward stuff in Counter-Strike these days. The scout being absolutely menacing for Snappy. He's not done there. They're going to push out. He's going to support his teammate, enable him to get a gun and even swap off the scout. Valde will grab the Galil. He's going to swing it. Ooh, easy find. Djoko goes down. That's bomb as well. They know they have the round in control. They just have to figure out where JACKZ is remaining, and he's going to work up the catwalk position. A Galil in his hand as well. Maden, by the way, I mentioned he went up to find a gun. He got the AK, so he's looking pretty ominous with that at long headshot position. JACKZ nearly found it, but couldn't, and that gives Snappy a second shot at it. 1-1, ENCE strike back immediately.
Yeah, it's a sick round from Snappy. What, 3 kills at the end of the day? I think a tag even lines up an assist also. That looked real easy for ENCE in that second round. Wonderful spin on their heads for HEET. Back to just pistols. SunPayus has the opening kill. There's the scout coming in. There's Snappy out towards long, and he just rains down death at range. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, having server issues over there.
So they've left me 2 IPs, Jason, and I brought up your Tilda, and yours is different than mine, so someone's trolled me here. I cannot get into the server, but it's okay. I just talked about what's in front of me, and I have program in front of me, so
perfect.
I'm going to be all right.
Yeah, it's a giant mini-map.
Yeah, absolutely. Either way, it's going to be the tunnels again that HEET want to take over early. Bomb in that position as well. Trying to push back the B players so that they won't get the aggression we saw in the pistol round. They've managed to at least hold them back so far with smokes. The pin smoke at that on top of the door means that no one's going to be able to spot through and get information to get aggressive, and JACKZ is making noise at long. So the CT is going to have to sit back in this round, try and wait it out, knowing that they have the advantage of the weapons.
Should be a cool opportunity for maden here. He does have a Molotov, does have an HE grenade. If he sees the utility come out, he can drop those, prevent access. That Molotov, at least one player is going to be able to slip by it. That nade is going to do too much damage, and good job. Actually, excuse me, it does finish off Body at the very least, and now he can just hold on to the railing. Low HP. maden gets a couple spray downs, and it's just JACKZ. That bomb was never even able to make progress towards the site. 2-1 for ENCE. Nice and easy. Pretty standard.
Yep.
No hiccups.
Nope, that's how you have to play it. No one overextending, no one getting caught. This Deagle could still find 1 kill, especially if maden were the man in the open, but he's on the platform. Meanwhile, his teammates surrounding JACKZ. Gonna give him nowhere to go. He will spot valde, though. That one too easy. Might get a second on dycha if he's not careful, but he finds that kill, switches over to the rifle, and it's just an SMG lost at the end of the round, so not a huge deal. 2-1, ENCE will take over the lead. No doubt both these teams want to get best foot forward in Pro League, but I seem to think that more pressure would be on ENCE to do so, given that they played in the finals last time. They've made these changes. This was a team on the rise. And suddenly they're forced to rebuild, and it's not like they're the tier 2 beaters that they were last summer. Now they're a full-fledged tier 1 team. They have to maintain that status.
Yeah, sure. And I mean, I think a lot of just attention on the kind of the roster changes they made, the players that they've brought in, that this could still be a contending team. So going to be interesting to see if they can kind of eclipse and rise above the level that the previous iteration of ENCE was. SunPayus looking for any information over the smoke. Gonna see nothing. It's just Glocks for HEET. Yeah, and on the other side of things with HEET, excuse me, there's a couple Deagles in there as well. I don't think there's any real expectations for this team coming in. I don't think anyone's really expecting anything crazy out of this squad. So you're right. I think more of the pressure is going to be towards ENCE, but even then, I don't think it's all that much. Body with some nice spam. For no good reason, SunPayus takes a Deagle bullet through the door to the helmet.
Love when that happens. You're just standing there minding your own business. Somebody gets lucky. Looking back towards CT spawn. Get himself in a position to support both middle and catwalk. Nade could do significant damage every time. Could being the key word. Didn't say that it would.
Yeah.
But yeah, armorless players and just Glocks on catwalk. He overthrows it. Didn't realize they were that close. Second bit of utility. Going to be going in that direction. Looks like a flash peek potential. They're going to actually Molotov on top of it. There was a peek from Djoko. He gets taken down, burned after that initial tag. dycha, meanwhile, holding off against both JACKZ and Body. Mid is covered. Afro got through that, but he doesn't have a lot to work with as he and Exercise both trying to get toward B. Snappy spamming, hoping for the best, and I think a Krieg in that position from valde zoomed very clearly on the window is going to take out the final kill, so 3-1 now for ENCE.
There was a lot of utility in that round for HEET to kind of try and pull that off. A couple of Deagles, smokes for the mid to try and make it up to the B bomb site, and all kind of goes to waste. That B bomb site with dycha and valde defending it is going to, it feels like a very difficult bomb site to crack into. I'm going to be very curious to see if HEET can have a whole lot of success there. So much attention is going to be on SunPayus and valde. Speaking of him, don't forget, I mean, someone like dycha was absolutely magnificent for this ENCE roster going into the previous iteration. Maden as well had some very, very big games also. There's still so much talent on this team.
Good nade that time. Fully armored and equipped players against them, but does take Djoko down to 68. He's been getting picked on this game. Both he and Afro struggling to get going, and Afro certainly for me statistically, and I know it's early for this HEET lineup.
Yeah, he's their heavy hitter.
Exactly that. And the reason I say I know it's early is sometimes the opposition, tier 2, tier 1, who are you playing against, who's sort of countering you, but you still got to look at those stats as something to go off of.
Ooh, this is dangerous. Snappy's just going to tuck in behind the door, avoids the danger right around the edge of that smoke. Yeah, statistically, Afro's up there. He's way above at the top for this team, but I mean, if you look at some of like their bigger games against this tougher opposition, it's someone like JACKZ who's actually performed super well.
Yeah, exactly.
Likely due to just the experience of playing against these teams so many times already. Afro spots one over, but a narrow miss. He goes for the blind shot. That's not going to work either. And Maden comes right through. Flash from SunPayus. And Snappy's still alive, gonna back away. Maden eventually falls, but he's done his job.
Body does well to recover it. You're absolutely right, Maden. That was almost unlucky for Afro. The boost up, the right read. Just a missed shot by the narrowest of margins. valde holding an angle. He's already got the scope sets on the AUG. He's going to work out now from CT. He quick slopes to get away, and quick switches to get away without making noise. Catches out Exercise. They know he's there, but he'll fall off because he wants them to commit to get trapped off by window. Meanwhile, dycha knows they didn't go that way. That's a huge kill. JACKZ has opened the site. Smoke to go down as well. They have to cross, and valde's going to spray in. Oh, JACKZ made the wrong call. Stops inside the smoke and gave an easy lineup for the AUG. He chaps the bomb as well, and valde into it will go down. It's a chance still for Body, but that's enough time as he's got to switch over on guns, trying to bait them in, can't do it, and they want his gun as the round expires. He'll hold the corner, AK at least held for HEET, but ENCE get their 4th.
That could have been something special. They really get into that bomb site. That's a good kill provided by JACKZ, but I think it's mostly due to dycha wanting to move out of that position with the Galil. A little bit of a headshot angle. Didn't like that fight against an AK-47, and you could see why. Good job on valde to recover. Both in middle and at the B bomb site. So 4-1. HEET still with just the pistol beneath their belt.
4 toward B, out of the spawn. Body still with that AK that's carried over. An early Molotov thrown in the halls. That'll be consumed and then covered by smoke. So every bit of utility being thrown in there so far. Flash in, body with that AK. They're trying to find him a chance to see someone in the back of the site. He's got it. He knew the flash was thrown from on the platform, so he had the perfect lineup to take down valde. Exactly what they need. And they won't be able to obviously get that rifle given its position, but they can slow things down further, try and thin out the defense. An interesting position just to note for Snappy. As we look at valde's corpse on the ground, Snappy's all the way up inside of the pits. Off headshot angle. That means they've got to also wrap around. You'd expect support from long to come in. There isn't anyone there toward the platform. SunPayus is pushed up watching catwalk at this point. In fact, excuse me, he's underneath. He's at the CT spawn. It may not matter. Snappy's going to get it. That'll give SunPayus time to rotate back around. Flashing in. Snappy sees that coming. Second one's going to catch him, though. That's unfortunate, but SunPayus does his job to support him. Meanwhile, Exercise could have taken down Maden. That would have opened up long.
Yeah, this is actually a really cool round from HEET. It's almost unfortunate they haven't been able to get more out of it. They had a nice crunch onto this A defense. Maden and dycha going to have to back away. Wall of smokes is set up, using utility to delay the plants. But both of them coming up the ramp for the moment in this 2v2. Djoko over at the car. Afro trying to move into the bomb site still.
Maden that wants in. Oh, that nade's so close. Not quite. It is going to be Djoko down. They know he planted. They know he's stuck on that smoke. He doesn't have the information that they're both there. As Afro tries to slide away, Maden will get him. He had to get on the board, Afro, but he's definitely getting closer. That was a tough position to be in at the end of the round. Still got the plant, but again, not the rounds.
Yeah, he ate that nade as well. That nade almost was just about as perfect as you would have liked it. And also over towards the car. Nice shot from dycha. Just an easy spam through. 2-on-2 victory for ENCE, and they're off to the races. 5-1, 4-round lead. Look at this. He's just chilling, considering. Fires a few bullets. Maden as well, finishing things off. That's the nade that gets cleaned up, the nade damage that's cleaned up. Round number 7. Molotov out and towards long. 2 players taking it with pace from HEET. Snappy might not be aware, but smoke is going to extinguish the Molotov. Allow him to concentrate, but he can't win the fight. Drop down with these. Long access is available to HEET.
Maden's still the one that wants to watch that position as they're all wanting around the corner. Flashes and AK spam. Certainly a presence detected. Maden will reposition. SunPayus is AWP on the platform. Afro is trying to find it again, though he's so close he gets tagged. He actually hit the shot. This guy is getting so unlucky to start out this game, but it was a leg shot and he goes down as a result of it.
Brutal. Equalized, though, and this position from dycha is so nice. Shrinks the map. valde can start rotating out towards mid. They can actually set up a pretty decent trap here. Especially with SunPayus, the AWP coming to peer over the smoke. valde's going to get close up, so a shift in the defense for the moment. Another deep, beefy nade, followed up by an even better op shot. Another one! Ooh.
SunPayus looking pretty spicy so far for ENCE as he finds that one through the door. Good tracing of JACKZ, and he may not be done. Only 17 HP though, and AK is too ominous as it sneaks through, but D is already on the doorstep as he walks back in from the lower tunnels. So another round for ENCE, 6-1. Yes, SunPayus is looking sharp, and this is, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, what you were saying along the lines of, if you're going to change one player based on Spinks leaving, you might as well change 2, and SunPayus had been on their radar.
Yeah, this is kind of what we talked about earlier, where, you know, the change of Spinks obviously was not really initiated by ENCE so much. I mean, that's him departing and them having to kind of fill that in, and obviously, even Snappy kind of said in the interview, they'd looked at SunPayus as an opper previously during kind of the winter break, so they'd already had some research into him, they'd already kind of, you know they like him, and just decided to bring him in as well and make a deeper change to try and make sure they can look. That's a lot of skill that Spinks, you know, that's a hole that they need to fill with multiple players. You're not going to find a whole lot of Spinkses out there in the world, so able to pick up 2 players to fill the gap, and at least here in this first map for them, it's looking good. Timeout taken.
Yeah, rightfully so. And pistol round, the only round so far that they have won, just to keep that in mind.
And we mentioned Afro. It's unfortunate. I mean, we talked about him statistically for the short lifespan of this lineup with HEET, has been their top performer in that stretch. Stuck on 0 kills at the moment, not able to get onto the scoreboard.
He had that narrow miss above the smoke. You have this situation 1-on-2 where he plants the bomb, eats the nade. Not really his fault they can't get a kill in that one as they chase him down. and then he gets the leg shot last round. He's been there. He's been there. He just can't get it done.
Look at this call as well for ENCE. There's a blind counter on the defensive side of things. 2 players inside the bomb site. SunPayus in middle is going to have a fast rotation. This is around HEET is trying to just pop into this B site. Oh, they pull maden away. This could be perfect.
Exorcist wants to be the first one through. Maden comes back, though. He sees above, but he's blinded off. That's going to force him out. They can't capitalize. They can't get any further forward, and that means he's still there, despite that the Molotov goes down. And valde has the confidence and comfort of a companion inside of the site. It's body, though, that gets the first one, but he's the last. He needs 5. He's got 2. Snappy's not going to allow any further than that as it goes 7-1.
Oh man, they just couldn't get out of the tunnels. That third player being over at the B bomb site, able to just kind of chuck support utility over the wall and through the doors. Eventually, when maden is able to take out the first player, there's nobody actually progressing onto the bomb site. Completely blind. That's SunPayus. That's that third player who gets 2 flash assists in the round. Absolutely perfect from ENCE, 7-1. Now money's starting to build up too on the CT side. ENCE has got to be feeling good.
Oh, they gotta be loving this. It's exactly the start they want. And again, HEET being the underdog in this group, it's probably the exact draw you want as well to play into this with the new lineup. valde takes out JACKZ. Haven't really touched on the fact that he is, I guess, the Spinks replacement. As you say, you're not gonna find too many. valde does bring a lot of experience, and we know he has a high ceiling. It's just been so long since we've seen it with the OG not really amounting to what they would have hoped. Exorcist in a good position. He's able to get 1, but there's far too many heading in his direction. So despite that another bomb plant goes down, it's still the man advantage for ENCE. I dare say, despite not having weapons, Jason, this might be HEET's best chance because they started to stabilize the positions. They can't quite get a kill through the window, and that does it. If they had have gotten 1 from body, maybe they could have recovered the situation.
Yeah, or just a rifle recovered as well. Those MAC-10s not the easiest to just eliminate the opposition. So a solid retake from ENCE. Good trading coming into it. 3 players survive. SunPayus survives with the AWP. ENCE with a 7-round lead. Looking real good. No issues quite yet. maden and valde with 11 kills apiece to lead the way for ENCE. SunPayus has a new addition to the roster with 6 frags. Over on the other side of things for HEET, it's body leading the way with 9 kills. Next up after that is only 4 frags on Djoko. How are we doing this one?
I'm going with Djoko.
Okay, someone correct us. Feel free. Yeah. Djoko?
Janko.
I dare you.
Janko. SunPayus with the bounced incendiary just to check to make sure no one did get out toward the dumpster because there was smoke down and a bit of a chaotic exchange. Djoko's gone up close with the pin smoke to throw it. Keep his eyes on catwalk maden looking underneath that smoke. Good spot. The little booties, but no one's going to cross over. So with 1:09 on the clock in this round, they'll slow it down.
Back to dycha. They haven't had a whole lot of success at this B bomb site, though, to be fair, they haven't really had a whole lot of success anywhere on the map. So at the moment, this is the perfect call. We can tell from the minimap, dycha the only one here. Snappy's trying to hustle to get into a position for support, but that's going to be deep in towards middle, and they give up the bomb site. dycha spots 1 dropping in towards car and closet. Looking for a follow-up kill, and he can't find it through the smoke. Afro's able to pounce up. Now it's Snappy's turn. But doesn't work up the courage. Only 1 flashbang on maden. It's thrown right now. Snappy's going to move with it, try to come in, try to clear out car, and he does just that. Drops in, JACKZ has the kill. And now HEET can plant their feet and try and hold off the retake.
Shot out, Afro. 2 in the rounds. He's so close again, so close, but he's got the information more coming toward the window. That's where JACKZ will turn his attention. No one else to come through, and JACKZ might be able to find the round. SunPayus snuck all the way in. It dropped down. He's got plenty of time on the defuse. Afro nearly the difference this time by, but it's still 9-1.
Yeah, just smiles on Snappy. That's a round where he'd had everything going for him. A lone defender at the B bomb site who shifted out of the window, out of the site itself. Man, what a good kill for dycha to get. But I think the more impressive one, this one from Snappy. This is him basically saying, I'm going for 1 kill. It's the guy at car. I want to clear this position for the retake for my teammates to make things easier. He got an extra one after the fact and was able to survive a little bit longer. But that's a big boy play to just kind of swing out and go for that 1 impact kill. 9-1. Another timeout taken from HEET.
Yeah, use him up. You might as well. 4 per game. Coach in.
This is a big step up for this HEET team in competition that they're used to playing against. If you just go look at their match history on HLTV. Biggest win is over in Tropic. Next best team that they played against was Astralis. They lost a nuke game 16-9, so they just don't have a lot of experience at this level, and it's showing here. ENCE is really putting some hurt on them in Dust2, and this is HEET's map pick as well. Back towards long A, and SunPayus, the only player there with an op, doesn't want to mess with it. He's going to back away and give up control, but he wants to preserve his life.
Gapping that smoke to work with. Snappy's positioned himself for exactly that reason. He's got a support player on catwalk as well as directly beside him. SunPayus, rather above him, I suppose, but beside him the minimap has that AWP, fires a shot, and everyone has to scurry. Afro gets better placement as a result of this, because as that op resets on the CT side, he's able to drop it down and get inside of the pit. Throw some nades around and go about business one more time. Good flash eye. Oh, done. Well played, SunPayus. Read that one far too easily.
Beautiful shot as well. Good flashbang to set it all up. That scares HEET away from long. And they rotate back, and our boy Djoko's taking a lot of utility damage, a lot of spam damage. He's down to 32 HP. Utility is an issue for this HEET attack. They've got no more flashbangs. One smoke just deployed. They have one remaining and a Molotov. That's it to try and break into a bomb site.
Smoke in position. Djoko the closest to it. SunPayus now very firmly focused on that position. He even has, oh dear, okay. I was gonna say a player inside smoke to walk off the wall, but they'll get one with the nade. That gives SunPayus confidence to go look for more, and he's off angle, he'll find it, but not ready for exercise. Now the player had dropped from Cat, so JACKZ has the attention on him. This might allow a support play to work out from that same position we mentioned Exorcist was in, but Valde is far too quick on the flank, as JACKZ was doing all the work to keep them distracted. Valde was one step ahead the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough round for Djoko. Poor guy. Just all the spam damage in middle, a nade behind Xbox, and then catches another nade. Just the worst timing for Hot Potato ever. Oh, okay. I didn't catch that part of it the first time around. Chucks the flashbang up, sets himself up.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's why I said it was such a solid play. Like, you read that.
What
a gun. The second he shot the first one and got off the angle, he was like, well, there's a chance they're in pit. And then the head was brighter than yours standing down there, so it was easy for me to hit the shot.
Sure.
Look, I had to get a ball joke in map one, Jason.
Yeah.
Quota,
Get back into the swing of things, for sure. Nade is out towards long. Maden gonna spam and back away. Deagle from JACKZ isn't connecting, and he's gonna huddle down in towards pit. Cover of smoke is allowing Snappy to be pretty safe. Always nice to have long control, but what do you do with it when you've only got Deagles?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I never have confidence in the Deagle, but certainly at a pro level, 5 of them, if they're working, attacking, enough coordination and sequence, especially where it's sort of a passive approach right now. Snappy stuck inside CT. I could certainly get a bomb plant off of this. No one else is going to be working around the long either, so it's not like they're going to be able to pincer them in, force the play, but Snappy's got the opener. Yeah, this one's going to go down too easily as the shots all come in. Shooting gallery, not enough utility. 11-1 now for ENCE.
11-1 for ENCE. 10-round lead. 10 rounds straight. Had to be a deep smoke. It was the only one they had, which makes it easy shooting for Snappy and Maden. Here we go, round 13. HEET at this point, desperation, just trying to get a couple rounds of breathing room for the second half. Let's see if they can do it. Smoke blooms, or excuse me, a flashbang pops in front of Afro. Doesn't blind him, but he's seen absolutely nothing. There's the smoke coming in, and why not be bold? 1 to 11, take some risks.
Just to point out the utility damage in this game as well, as Afro goes down again. Valde and SunPayus starting it off. It's a ridiculous amount. It's 21 total utility damage right now for HEET. That's from Afro. 21 across the whole team. Whereas maden, 304, 210 Valde, 17 is the lowest SunPayus. He's on the op. Everyone's over 100. Let me just put it that way. 107, 106, D and Snappy respectively. I know CT side, yes, you're fighting against the choke points. It's easier to do, but that's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. CT side's always gonna have the higher utility damage, but only 21 across the whole half is a little bit frightening, a little bit scary. And at this round, they're just getting deleted and picked apart from every single angle. Valde gonna be flanking in middle, takes a duel, exercise. Ooh, good spin. Good headshot onto Valde. but not really a whole lot to do from here. He's boxed in. He's even being pushed down the stairs. SunPayus, USP in hand, and he's got that kill. 12-1.
Yeah, this is a pretty...
This is where ENCE should test out the complexity strat and rush mid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if there's any need for that, but sure.
Mostly just fun. Shits and giggles.
Yeah, I know. You're looking for some entertainment here. No, you're right. Look, I think the 21 is one thing, but it's also the sheer amount that they've received as well. I mean, everyone over 100 except for the offer. 300 over one player in the first half. That's
it's been
a huge amount of utility. So it's kind of both ends of the spectrum, I guess.
I mean, I think it also like kind of just tells the story of how we painted this matchup. Is just, you know, this is a team that is going to be way more coordinated, that has way more structure and resources, and ENCE replacing two players that have been competing at the top of Counter-Strike for a while against a HEET team that's still trying to put together a squad that can actually be competitive at this level. So I think the disparity is just a good indication of the levels we're playing at here. And ENCE looking dominant.
So again, they'll work with the Eagles, exercise the only AK. We have seen them work one particular round with a boost on body where they got the opening pick on a single AK, but this time it's not going to be that. It's going to be straight up to middle, and maden pops out from the window, already takes down Djoko. He'll back away. When he does, that's when they strike, but my oh my. They turn around and don't let them go any further than the single kill on Valde, and we now find ourselves 13-1. I don't think I expected this.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of did.
I expected ENCE to be the favorite, but I don't know, especially after the pistol round, that I expected HEET to come out
swinging.
Cold. That was, you know, sometimes it's not worth it.
Well, 13-1 and 13 straight now for ENCE. SunPayus peeking over the smoke in middle. Afro lining up the pin smoke from way deep. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh no! Oh, didn't stick the landing.
It's not ideal either. It's all right. They'll be all right come morning. Maybe. And HEET, like you say, we haven't seen a ton of this. They are qualified for the RMR. You never want to lose like this, but again, I wouldn't be putting too much pressure on yourselves. I'd be looking just to have a solid event, build on it, get used to the environment with the team, but you definitely need to be picking up on a few of the mistakes here. Afro, yeah, he's had some bad luck, but he's also been in some situations where he's caught himself out. Good battle through smoke that time. Exercise actually finding it with the AK, despite that he was up against the tracerless A1S. maden's going to try and capitalize on this, though, and rightfully so. They've got all the confidence in the world. He's in the corner. That's a kill. I don't think Exercise even checks this. He might. He's a smart enough player. He'll take a peek. He's looking back the other way, so he was aware of it, but they still get to. maden still finds double in that situation.
And that's the big kill to find his body lurking on catwalk. They can hustle over. Got to be careful about Afro and lower dark. It's snappy to figure that one out, and a missed shot is going to give the opportunity. Now ENCE on this retake towards the B bomb site coming in. They're coming in quick as well. Do they realize that the Alpha's made it all the way back towards the tunnels? JACKZ over the top. Now they know. Now they know because Afro's got one. And huddle up over the box. JACKZ pounces from window, and it looks like HEET might have their second round, and indeed they do. To close the half, HEET get two. A half bookended by HEET. The first and the last, and we're headed to a break, and we will be right back to close out Dust2.
Hey Future Pros, I have a quick and easy B-side door smoke on Dust2 for you, so listen up. To throw the smoke, position yourself next to this big stone beam. Crouch down and aim within the gap in the sky. Then stand and throw the smoke. Super easy, super effective, should help you get into B.
So to answer this question, I have to get back to a year and a half when I created the roster. The pool of players in France is actually not that deep, to be honest. It's really not that deep. So I've been in contact with Lucky back in the days. I got out of my team and Lucky got out of his, and we managed to build something together. Firstly, I thought about JACKZ. When he was out of G2, he was benched. So that's the first guy I contacted. I knew this guy Afro I played with in LDLC, and for a year we've been grading our way back. And he had this friend that was Djoko he played with like for 2 or 3 months, and I totally trusted the guy when I first had a speak with him. And I mean, it was kind of easy to make, like it was kind of made by itself to be this group of people. And then exercise was the one that we needed when JACKZ got out. I still wanted JACKZ in, but G2 called him back and he wanted to lose. We took exercise that he was studying, like he finished his degree of nurse, so we had to wait for him to finish to take him. And like he adapted to the group insanely, and now he's like a really, really, really good player.
Blind firing taking place, utility being spent by ENCE towards Catwalk. Smoke on top of Xbox, obviously. Molotov to prevent any kind of a peek as they make their way up, as that play has been very, very popular historically. And Exercise has actually stepped up to the plate instead of backing off, and now he's dropped down, and now the A bomb site is completely open.
Afro's gonna push middle. He's thinking about going. This could be an interesting aspect of it because Exorcist is in trouble on Catwalk. He's found the first kill. Meanwhile, SunPayus follows it. He gets Djoko down, but Body with a good trade. Maden's already planting meanwhile. And Snappy tries to fall off it. Didn't know JACKZ was still out toward long, so the complete surrounding of the sites, and immediately they'll get toward the bomb for the defuse. It's going to be the pistol for ENCE, 14-2.
Yeah, I think that round ends.
Excuse me, for HEET.
Yeah, for HEET.
3. I've got things backwards.
It's okay. Yeah, that round for ENCE just seemed to maybe get away with him. Valde going for the SWAT drop down CT spawn. That tactic really only works if you have multiple players. That's a tough one to pull off. And obviously, HEET giving up the bomb site so they can go for the fast flank up Catwalk catches ENCE off guard as well. When they get the bomb planted, no one able to get out of the bomb site. So, yeah, Maden saying, don't worry about it. Don't worry, bro. Give me that fist bump. We'll move on to the next one.
Yeah. Move on indeed. Best of 3s all the way through. We had a rather long one between Complexity and Astralis just a moment ago.
Long but beautiful.
Complexity coming out with the win. SunPayus continues to look down from the suicide position, but doesn't see anyone inside of middle with that AK. What am I saying? The scouts, rather, as it's going to be, though, an M4 down by the hands of 2 Galils. Maden and Dia converging on that one, and Maden's able to go directly and immediately onto the M4 A1S. He'll find Body trying to get in the corner, and a second M4 now picked up for Snappy. So HEET finding themselves down 2 early, despite winning the pistol again, just as they did in the first half.
Yeah, wouldn't that be the worst feeling ever? Both pistols and both second rounds going against you, especially a scoreline like this. And it's gonna back away from long. They've got complete control of the situation, complete control of the map, and it's up to HEET to figure out how to recover things. They at least have a lean towards B, right? They at least have JACKZ over in middle who's gonna be able to hustle and kind of turn over. He's got 2 flashbangs in support. And really, with this smoke wall up at long, there's nothing they can do against it anyways, so there's no real reason to over-rotate to this kind of attention. This is just a really smart play from Snappy to say, hey, the A bomb site's clear. Don't hit B.
No, they're not going to. Rotation heading back toward Catwalk Bomb. Dia, he'll be the first to arrive. Maden will join him after a bit of utility thrown toward middle, and SunPayus waits for the rotations, the inevitable rotations. CT spawn, though, is already occupied. Afro working his way out. Unsure where to look, goes for the jump scope, can't find it, goes for the second one, does land on Dia. Oh, no scope as well as he jumps up on the second. Needs to find the headshot over the box. Knows he has the position to pull it with, and he absolutely nails it on Maden. Much more like it from Afro. I don't think he spotted SunPayus on the initial peek. Maybe he did. Either way, put the nade in toward Gandalf to make sure there's no one else nearer to the site. But SunPayus, despite having a scout, is in a very strong position as JACKZ and Afro are on very, very low HP, and JACKZ gone trying to tap that bomb and force the peek. He's doubled up. SunPayus finds Afro. Bit optimistic to go for the double bait on that one.
Yo, I don't even care. What a sick round from Afro. I don't think we saw the kill onto Snappy, but the follow-up shot, the jumping to take the bomb planter, the third kill he gets is amazing. This is some good shooting. Afro almost brings this all the way back. If that one lands, maybe he's got a chance. Ooh, this third one is a thing of beauty. But scout duels between the two oppers, and SunPayus able to win a 1v2. I think even if he doesn't get that kill, right, there's no real time without a kit. 14-3. And ENCE hitting a very weak defense at this B bomb site. Djoko with the deagle. JACKZ gonna do some scout tricks of his own from outside middle, but nobody keeping him away from Djoko. The deagle sings, gets another one as well. Double kill, make it all 3, and he's even gonna go for more. Dycha, oh, the ace is on, and he can't find it.
12 HP away from a deagle ace. Valde manages to double up and find a second as well. There's no armor on... I take it back, Afro does have, okay, I didn't quite see his on the bottom. I was gonna say no armor on at least Afro, but 12 HP head armor, nothing to do in this round. I think Valde trying to just draw this one out as long as possible. Bomb already down, that's massive from Djoko.
Yeah,
he didn't do it alone, let's be clear. There was some good assists on that, but gotta hit the shots.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice distraction from JACKZ, maybe about the biggest thing he did. He tagged one as well, but that deagle was perfect. What a round. Let's check it out again. There's the first one. It was a 1D anyway, so the tag didn't matter. A follow-up. There's the cleanup onto the JACKZ tag, and another one brought very, very low. So good work from Djoko and JACKZ, but especially that deagle.
So this one, they're just going to let go.
Perfectionist, one of the ace. He's not happy with himself.
When you're that close, he did swing for it. He was all about that life.
Close only counts in hand shoes and...
Hand shoes.
Hand grenades and horseshoes. That's what I meant to say.
Hand shoes and horse grenades.
That's why you don't do these things on air. That's a perfect example right there.
Okay. I think talking on air is actually your job, so you do have to do it on air, Jason.
All right, well. I'll give him a discount for the day.
Nice. You're more generous than I am.
14-4 is going to be the scoreline. 10-round lead for ENCE.
So HEET's giving us something at the very end of this, and they'll have the AK as well as 3 M4s and a Galil to work with in this round. They try and build up their economy, but they are against a 4-spy. Tech9's 2, a P250 and a deagle, as well as Maden still on that Galil that was carried over. Saved from, I think, what was it, the minute and 17-second mark? More than that, I think it was like minute and 27.
Yeah, he had a lot of time to just kind of chill there and think about life. Think about his choices, his decisions, everything that he's done up to this point. Uh-oh. Speaking of maybe want to thinking over your choices, flash into upper dark. Djoko has a chance to get away. He's sticking around for the fight. Ooh, and I don't think ENCE wants to show numbers, which is why they're not trying to hunt him down with any aggression. They kind of want to keep this a little bit of a secret. He has reloaded. Both M4s stacked up and ready to fight.
Djoko getting another double. Didn't get the ace last time. Won't get it this time. JACKZ finds one. He's blinded. He's got to get away from that. As he stacked up, the movement gets shut down from that, but now valde once again, 3 HP. I don't really think he's going anywhere other than the grave this time. He'll walk out. A bit more of a lost round bonus built up. Now he knows he has the site. The wall covered off. He's got the bomb. Does he dare? I can't imagine he thinks he has the time for this. So instead, he's going to go for the element of surprise. Body's back turned. He's on 20. Shadow shows, but still, he's not fast enough as Body finds the single bullet needed. So 14-5.
valde's got 23 kills. This has been such a blowout. I haven't really even been looking at the individual scores, but what a cool inaugural game for him in the ENCE jersey as well. Putting up some big numbers. 14-5. Heat sustaining, and they should at least have a little bit of an easier time here. ENCE can't really invest a whole lot of money. They'll go down to pistols, some deagles being picked up, but no armor, nothing too dangerous to speak of. Heat looking to just slowly kind of chip away at this deficit they've found themselves in, this hole they found themselves in.
JACKZ with the opener. It's valde, the man you mentioned, that goes down first. Good follow-up nade. Tickles all 4 remaining, and Djoko looking pretty solid over the last few rounds, keeping the kills coming. You'll find maden, but it's Body that falls immediately after to Dia. And Dia's not going to stop. He'll take the pace straight up the catwalk stairs and toward the corner, holding an M4 for his troubles. Up and above, JACKZ has the angle. Knew that they were there somewhere. Bomb to be planted. SunPayus somehow surprises Djoko at range with a Glock. But knowing that he's removed from the equation and going to be rotating through CT, they'll hold this defuse. Inevitable at this point. SunPayus desperately trying to reach for a rifle, but Afro's going to chase him down. And it's the CTs with another round. 14-6 now for Heat. Excuse me, 6th round for Heat. I said that as if it was, you know what I mean.
It's okay. This is the time in the evening where jet lag really kicks in.
It's so weird. Yesterday, I managed to do really well because I landed yesterday as a day later than everyone else.
Sure. This is an interesting conversation. Let's go.
And I thought, okay, I've made it to 10 o'clock. I'll go to bed. I'll fall asleep right away. And it'll be perfect. I didn't sleep at all. It was like reverse jet lag.
Yeah. Tell that story again, Matt. That was good.
Thanks. I'm not going to do that because you're trolling me, and there's several thousands of people that don't care.
I know.
But I've got to fill the air with something, Jason.
I know. It's fine.
Someone out there at least knows
your pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 1 or 2 in the audience. Well, talking some things over. First real full buy for both these teams coming in right now of the second half. That's the keyboard.
Oh, is that what that is?
8-round lead. SunPayus looking for anyone to get cheeky in middle. Not going to see anything boosted up by Snappy. valde's in upper dark. dycha and maden holding position. Long control for the Heat defense, and Djoko again wants to get aggressive, see if he can catch valde off guard.
Djoko swings, sees the elbow, knows valde's in behind the pillar. He's got to be careful with the ammo. Tapping 2 each time he peeked. He was going to be running low, but valde gets the better of the exchange as he peeks perfectly to take him down. He's not done there. He's going to start clearing the site. Smoke at the mouth of the tunnel, and he's able to cover off the close side. JACKZ outside door. He's just high on the shot, just barely above his head, and JACKZ gets the better of it.
But I like that from valde. I like the initiative. He knows he's found 1 kill. He knows more than likely he's got a 1-on-1 duel at that B bomb site, so why not go for it? Why not fight it? Your team's on the other side of the map. They're going to execute whatever strategy they want, regardless, without you. So a cool challenge that goes against him. But now a post-plant scenario, and dycha is watching the catwalk flank. 2 players from Heat are going to fall right into his trap. Good double kill, and that should seal the round.
That's going to give them 15. The elusive 15th round, so. And to get there, I know they had lots of time. That's pretty sick. Well done, dycha. Just efficient, clean, and concise. Nails the shots. And just exorcists to find. They'll surround him at long. He does open it up, though. Good start. Aware that there's going to be company on the other side. They'll have to go a little further, but Snappy does exactly that. And it's, as we say, the final rounds, or the penultimate round secured for ENCE, and just the final to find.
just the last one to find, as you mentioned, but they also have HEET at a very weird money situation. I mean, they have to full buy no matter what, obviously, as it's the last round, but JACKZ at 1,700, Djoko at 1,400, Body at 2,600. You have two players with a good amount of money, but this is going to be a very ugly buy to try and survive in this game, in this first map.
So the timeout called. Rightfully so. Again, to talk this one over, you're right. The money didn't really build up very well, did it, for HEET, despite, what was it, 3 rounds in a row for them? So just two.
Yeah, that is a little interesting. I mean,
surviving, was it 2? It was 3.
Three players each of those surviving. Yeah, the money is much worse than I would have expected if you told me that beforehand. 15-6. HEET's got to win 9 straight if they want to force overtime. And they've got to do it starting with this buy. AWP in the hands of Afro. Djoko takes the hit, drops down to a deagle. Why not? He had 4 kills with it earlier.
Yes, knows that there's a presence. Okay. 1 HP?
Yeah, baby.
Through the lock on the door and like his elbow, or I'm not sure, but that's incredible that he survives that.
He probably doesn't feel like he survived it in any meaningful way. Another upper dark push. Valde turns in time. Finds Afro as well. Missed shot with the AWP, and Valde now knows. He's like, oh, there's a 3rd one here. And no, there's a 4th one here.
Okay.
All right, guys.
He's happy he survived. 1 HP, 1 kill.
Yeah, well, now Valde's just saying, okay, there was literally 4 people at this side of the map, so just hit A. Who cares?
He does very well, Valde. Again, a corner smoke for Exorcist. He's trying to find a way to fight through this and catch off anyone who dare jump up onto the platform. Good Molotov, though. Great read that there's a gap behind that smoke, and it's going to force him into the open. Don't need to peek this. Snappy has the bomb down. They're in command. They're in the position of power as JACKZ tries to rotate in behind at this point as well. Exorcist still survives, but very low. JACKZ caught off SunPayus with the kill. Snappy on Exorcist and Body, the last alive. The man who created this team has to try and save them in this map. Dust2, again, their choice. Smoke to long, knows he has to cover off the shot that's inevitably going to be fired in his back. They double up the position on barrels, and Dia baits Snappy, rightfully so, to go 16-6 and take map number 1 for ENCE.
Yeah, a little bit of resistance there from HEET in the second half at the end of things, but that was mostly ENCE. I mean, they just could not be stopped. You could tell from the get-go. Good win, good debut for Valde, good debut for SunPayus. They've got another game in this best of 3, perhaps even 2. We'll see if HEET can force a 3rd when we come back from the break.